Did you know that in the Japanese version of Metal Gear Solid, Snake was tickled to death? Did you know in the German version of Half-Life you can't kill anything? Or how about this? Pokemon is secretly trying to brainwash your kids with religious symbols and pagan ideology. Today we're going to be traveling around the world looking at some of the strangest laws that have affected gamers. What's up, ProGuides fam? I'm Kangas and welcome back to another ProGuides video. If you use TikTok, you might have heard about earlier in 2020 when the US government was cracking down on the Chinese developed app and along with popular messaging app WeChat. What you might not have known is that WeChat is actually owned by a small game developer, Tencent Games, along with about 90% of the mobile gaming market. This initial reaction caused a stir among US gamers who weren't sure what implications these new sanctions would have on their favorite Tencent games like League of Legends and Valorant. Thankfully, none of the sanctions against the mobile apps ended up affecting US gamers at all. But this got us thinking, what other laws around the world have affected gamers? So we decided to take a look into different countries' restrictions, bans, and laws related to gaming. So get ready for some crazy facts you might not have known about, and let's get right into the video. The Japanese version of games are historically heavily censored over fear of the effect of the morality of their citizens. One example of this can be seen in their modification of the game Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. In order to keep a T rating, they needed to lessen the impact of Snake being electrocuted for information. Strangely enough, their solution was to have Snake be tickled to death. Not the way I would go about it, but hey, it's made for some hilarious YouTube content throughout the years. A less silly law that has affected gamers in Japan is a law passed in 2018 that states it is illegal to modify video game consoles and edit save files. This comes with a penalty of more than 45,000 USD and fines and up to 5 years in prison. This was an amendment to the Unfair Competition Prevention Act that includes bans on distribution of game save data, editors, and programmers selling, auctioning serial codes and product keys without the software maker's permission. 45K is a hefty price to pay, but I'm still waiting for the Tickle Punishment Act of 2020. It is widely known that the Russian government doesn't acknowledge many of the rights other countries have enacted towards the LGBTQ community. Subsequently, in 2013, they implemented a gay propaganda law. This law states that it is illegal to say anything not negative about homosexuality or the culture of the LGBT community, specifically in front of a child. The reasoning for this is to protect children from being exposed to homosexuality or content presenting homosexuality as being a norm in society under the argument that it contradicts traditional family values. Where things get weird is when this law was used for a ban on FIFA 17. As if this ban wasn't already a shock, the dispute was simply over a free rainbow outfit that gamers got to customize their players in the game. EA Sports was showing support for the LGBTQ athletes, however, as Russia's political party saw it, was a clear violation of their gay propaganda law by promoting gay rights. Along with EA's FIFA 17, Sims 4 also got the ban hammer, as homosexual families are playable in the game. In addition to this, in December of 2016, Blizzard Entertainment geo-blocked an Overwatch webcomic because there was a scene of the character Tracer, who is confirmed as being lesbian, kissing her partner. Blizzard even cited the gay propaganda law as reasoning for the block. However, Overwatch itself is not yet banned in the country. Our first law that you've probably heard about before is a German criminal code stating that any media containing images of swastika or any depiction of Adolf Hitler is listed as racist propaganda. What you might not have known about was a lesser-known restriction that affected German gamers way back in 1998. Can you imagine Half-Life without death, blood, and gore? Well, in the German version, you're actually unable to kill any human being in the game. Instead, when you shoot an enemy, all they do is sit down on the ground and shake their head in disappointment. Seriously. Thus, the protagonist, Gordon Freeman, is no longer a badass scientist, but now more of equivalent to a disappointed teacher reprimanding his students. That's right. Before the legendary gravity gun from Half-Life 2, the Germans got to play with the Black Mesa timeout guns. Maybe that's what happened to the developers of Half-Life 3. With all its success and popularity, the Pokemon franchise is not without its controversies. The most popular known being the perception of animal cruelty from PETA and animal rights groups have with Pokemon. However, here's one you may not know. In 2001, Saudi Arabia authorities issued a fatwa against Pokemon, prohibiting its citizens from playing the game and cards. What makes Pokemon un-Islamic? Here are the accusations: promoting gambling, sporting deviant religious symbols, and the biggest no-no of them all, being based on Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. You do evolve Pokemon after all. In 2016, it appeared Saudi Arabia renewed its fatwa on Pokemon based on the mobile release of Pokemon Go. However, that claim was denied by the Saudi government. Even if the fatwa were true, it likely wouldn't have stopped Saudi Arabians from joining in on the monster hunting fun, as there were people illegally downloading the game before release. Well, that does it for our first list of strange gaming laws. Have you heard of any that we haven't gotten on the list? Make sure to let us know in the comments down below, and let us know which one shocked you the most. Personally, I feel like Half-Life 3 needs to have some kind of tickle gun just for a callback to that 1998 interview with Gabe Newell. It's hilarious. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.